What is up, you guys? My name is HerpyDerqy, and I'm here to provide for you guys some Pokemon online battles for the Nerdio Brothers channel. And if you're new to Pokemon, that's totally cool. I'll definitely make my battles here much more slower and more helpful for you guys to learn what's going on the screen. And if you're a veteran to Pokemon, that's cool as well, because I'm sure you'll find competitive Pokemon much more interesting than, you know, the standard storyline Pokemon. And either way, this is a match I had online. Either way, this is a very basic match I had, and I'm gonna try to, tell you guys what's going on the screen and kind of show you guys my thought process, so you understand what's going on, not just looking at why Pokemon are going for some really crazy moves. So let's get straight to the battle. So I'm going to start off with my Blastoise, while my opponent starts off with an Empoleon. And I'm not sure what this Empoleon wants to do, so I'm going to go for a Scald just to try to get a burn and to do a little bit of damage. Basically just stall a turn, I suppose. And I see my opponent's going to go for the Stealth Rock, so that's totally cool with me because I do pack the Rapid Spin, which can blow away the Stealth Rocks. My team is very weak to Stealth Rocks, so if I switch in anytime, Stealth Rocks is going to be doing some damage to me, so I definitely want to get rid of that so that I can be free to switch in without taking any damage. I do see the Grass Knot on that Empoleon, and I feel very safe because I see the Grass Knot isn't going to quite kill me, and I'm going to be able to fire back a Mirror Coat. What Mirror Coat does is that I take the amount of damage that I receive that turn and I reflect it back to my opponent, and I'm going to double that damage. So since he did 35% to me before, I'm going to fire back about 70% to that Empoleon, which is going to be very nice. So I'm going to switch into Archeops, thinking that he's probably not going to go for another attacking move, but unfortunately for me, he does go for a Scald, which is going to be super effective and kill me off, and that was a really stupid play on my part. I don't know why. I'm not really sure why my opponent went for that, but either way, I'm going to go into my Darmanitan because I know I can outspeed this Empoleon and kill it off in one shot, so that's very cool. So now we're kind of even, we're both down one Pokemon, and it's a pretty even game right now. So now, my opponent's going to go into a Slowbro, and I'm going to opt to go for a U-turn to get super effective damage and a switch out at the same time. And I do get a crit there, which really doesn't matter in the long run, because Slowbro is known for just being able to recover off so much of its HP. Because of its ability, which recovers a third of its HP every time it switches out. He's going to go for a Toxic on my Omastar, which it kind of sucks, because my Omastar does take a little bit of time to set up, but either way, he's going to go into Meganium, and I'm going to go for a Shell Smash, and this is perfect for me, because I'm going to get +2 attack, +2 speed, and +2 special attack, which is going to be very, very helpful, because now I'm basically unstoppable, and I can definitely plow through his entire team. One Ice Beam is going to finish off that Meganium with relative ease, so that's very, very cool for me. Now, I'm feeling very confident right now because I know nothing can really take a hit except for this Dusclops, and my god, this Dusclops can take a hit. So I'm going to go for a Surf, which is my most powerful move on Omastar, and it does not even do half to this Dusclops. That's absolutely insane. Man, this thing is bulky. But either way, he's going to go for a Nightshade, which is almost going to kill me after the Toxic damage, so I'm just going to decide to go for one more Surf to try to get this Dusclops as weakened as possible, and actually end up killing it, which is very nice. And that definitely had a little bit of minimum damage and maximum damage involved, so that's a bit unfortunate for my opponent, but what can you do about that? It's kind of the game's fault. So either way, I'm going to go back into my Darmanitan since I don't know what he's going to switch into. He's going to decide to go back into a Slowbro. I'm going to go for another U-turn because I really don't want to be staying in against Slowbro since I don't want to be taking any water moves being a fire type. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Registeel because I know my Registeel can basically take any hit the Slowbro has. He's going to opt to go for a Slack Off and get almost all his HP back, which is kind of annoying, because I really don't have a secure way of killing the Slowbro. So either way, I'm going to go for a Stealth Rocks, just to get some entry hazard going on, so my opponent is really limited in his switching ability, because some of his Pokemon do take significant damage from Stealth Rocks, as you'll see later on in this battle. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Lopunny, because I know I can take a Scald, and I do have a plan on how to cripple the Slowbro forever. So my opponent definitely isn't going to see what my Lopunny has in store, and I'm going to opt to go for the Switcheroo. And what Switcheroo does is that it swaps items with my item and my opponent's item, so I'm going to give him the Choice Scarf while I steal his leftovers. And this is really important, because what Choice Scarf does is that it locks you into one move, but you get like double speed, or almost you get a significant speed increase. But Slowbro is already so slow anyways that he's not going to be able to benefit from the speed boost, and now he's basically in a lose-lose situation because he can only use one move per turn, or like lock into one move per turn, so he can't switch in between moves. So now I'm going to go into Registeel while my opponent switches out and goes into his Arcanine. Now I know I can live any hit this Arcanine has, and even if it's super effective damage, I can still live it, as you can see, and I'm going to opt to go for a Thunder Wave on the Arcanine, which is going to be very, very useful, because now I can outspeed this Arcanine later on in this match, which is going to be very helpful, as you will see in the future. So now, I really don't have a safe switch in. I don't want to switch out because I need to save my other Pokemon. So I'm just going to let my Registeel die, and I'll just keep it at just start going for some Iron Hits just to do a little bit of damage. He is going to get paralyzed right here, which is kind of funny, but that's kind of how hacks are in this game. So either way, I'm just going to keep going for some more Iron Hits. I really don't see why I can switch out, because I know I can't. None of my Pokemon can take a close combat at the HP range they're at. So, unfortunately for me, Registeel is gonna die, but that's totally cool because now I am gonna be able to get a safe switch into my Darmanitan, and I know my Darmanitan can handle basically any Pokemon on his team except for that Slowbro. So now he's gonna switch out and go back into a Slowbro, and I'm just gonna go for an Earthquake just to do a decent amount of damage to anything on his team, because no Pokemon on his team does resist that Earthquake. So I'm going to go for a U-turn on that Slowbro, once again, just to do some damage and switch out at the same time. Going to go into a Blastoise, because I know your Blastoise can take the Scald, which is definitely going to be incoming, and since he's locked into Scald, he's definitely in a lose-lose situation here, because he's not going to be able to change moves, and he's just going to sit there like a useless pile of poo. So, anyways, he's going to switch into Flygon, and I'm just going to go for another Scald, and I do get the burn on the Flygon, which is going to be very helpful, because now that his attack is cut in half from the burn, he's not going to be able to do much damage to me. So now, he's going to switch out and go into a Slowbro once more, and I'm going to decide to stay in and go for an Aqua Jet to try to finish off that Flygon, but unfortunately for me, it does like nothing to the Slowbro, because Slowbro is just such an annoying wall. And now he's actually going to go for a Psychic after I Scald him, and Psychic is going to be doing a significant amount of damage to me, and I know I'm not going to be able to live another Psychic even after some HP recovery from leftovers, so I'm going to have to switch out and go into my Lopunny. I do have a plan though, so I'm just going to take the Psychic from the Lopunny, which I do fairly nicely, and now I'm going to go for a move I'm sure he didn't expect. I'm going to go for the Healing Wish. And what Healing Wish does is that it automatically kills my Lopunny, and the next Pokemon I switch into will get a full HP recovery, which is going to be very, very nice, because I'm going to choose to recover my Blastoise up, because since he's locked into Psychic, if you don't remember from before, I still pack the Mirror Coat, so he can go for a Psychic, and I can fire back a Mirror Coat and double the damage that he does to me, which is definitely going to kill him off. So that's totally cool, because now I am going to live the Psychic, and like I said before, going to deal double the damage he just did to me, which is going to obliterate that Slowbro once and for all. So finally, that one annoying Pokemon on my opponent's team is finally dead, and now I know I have the game in the bag. Because now he's going to go into his Arcanine, but if you remember from before, I paralyzed the Arcanine before with my Registeel, so he's not going to be able to outspeed me by going for a Wild Charge or a Flare Blitz, so he has to go for the Extreme Speed, which I know can't kill me, but he does get a crit, which does a pretty significant amount of damage, but it's totally cool, because I'm just going to finish him off with the Aqua Jet, and now his last Pokemon is a Flygon, and that Flygon is burned, so he's not going to be able to do too many physical damage to me, because Flygons are typically physical, and I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet just to do some damage, just in case he might kill me off, and Outrage is not going to be able to do enough damage to me. So that is the game, because he is going to die to the burn damage this turn. So hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Maybe you guys learned a little bit more about Pokemon that you didn't know about already. And if you did like these Pokemon battles, please feel free to check out my channel. I do post quite a few Pokemon battles every day, so look forward to that, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.